to PMS. For the uninitiated, PMS is a project that has existed on YouTube since 2014 when a filmmaker called Sammy Paul created it, and it has since been continued by a number of people who he's friends with, including Jack Howard, Hazel Hayes and Daniel J. Layton, among others. Over the last couple of years I've really enjoyed watching their videos, and since there are going to be quite a few changes coming to my life over the next 12 months, I figured this would be quite a nice way to sort of document my year and see how this goes. The basic premise is that I will film as much of my life as I can manage over the next 12 months and upload it in monthly episodes as such. So this is January, and we're going to kick off with a day that I spent saying goodbye to my friends before we all buggered off back to uni. So I'm meant to be meeting up with my friends for a goodbye breakfast because me and Sophie are both going back to uni tomorrow, but everyone slightly overslept, so now I'm waiting in my car in the car park. At this point I have been waiting for about 20 minutes. Lol, they here. Diet starts tomorrow, doesn't it, Jem?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Sophie was sensible and got a veggie breakfast.
I just got an orange juice.
For any Harry Potter buffs out there, this street is called Gandhi Street in Exeter, and it is the inspiration for Diagon Alley in the Harry Potter books. That is Sophie being a dickhead.
Leave me alone. So if I saw a flying snake come near me, I'd freak the fuck out. Obviously, if it was a flying snake, I'd be really fucking freaked out. But I kind of get it.
I wouldn't be scared of seagulls if they didn't fly. So we wouldn't be able to attack me.
Yeah, it's because he got bit on the face by a turkey when he was like 2 and it drew blood. So he got attacked by a turkey and now he's scared of him.
Okay.
Fucking weirdo.
A few days after that, I will admit, were a bit of a blur, because the reason I went back to uni earlier than I'd planned on doing was because I had a research paper due on the 10th of January, and due to a combination of procrastination and mild technical issues, I'd ended up leaving it all to pretty much the last week. And spoiler alert, that was not fun. I spent the majority of those few days either living in the library or sat miserably at my desk. From the Sunday through to the Tuesday when it was due, I think I had a grand total of about 3 hours sleep. So by the time I submitted the project on the Tuesday night, I was emotionally, mentally and physically exhausted. I spent most of the Wednesday in bed crying, and on the Thursday I had to do a presentation on said project, and I was dreading that because me and public speaking are not friends. Thankfully I think that went a little bit better, and after that...
It's snowing! It be snowing, and we are free of stress for like 3 days now. Yay! Because we just finished doing our conference presentations!
Apart from like the cannulation booklet and
yeah, apart from all the stuff that we've got to be stressed out that's new.
Yeah.
But this bit of stress is over, and that's great.
Yeah.
And it's snowing, which is just beautiful and amazing and makes everything look magical. So I'm happy. I am a happy person. And we're going to go and watch La La Land, and then I'm probably going to go and cry for a bit. So, yeah.
We may have gone to TGI Fridays first.
Right, so we just came out of watching La La Land.
Craziest film ever, but still fantastic.
I can't compare it to anything, but like...
The only way to describe it
is La La Land. It was bizarre and...
fantastic.
Like, I can't explain why this film is good, but it's
fantastic.
beautiful. It is just beautiful on every level. The execution, the cinematography, the imagery used,
Everyone
the
should go watch that
storyline,
film.
the music. Just
The tap,
like I
the
can't.
tap,
The tap.
The tap. The tap.
The tap. Yeah. I should point out that Lizzie is like into her tap, so. She enjoyed the tap. I just enjoyed the prettiness of the whole thing. It was a beautiful, beautiful film, and I cried, and everyone needs to go watch it right now. If you haven't watched it by the time this comes out and it's still in the cinema, go watch La La Land.
And the next week was the week that I was starting my clinical placements. For those of you who don't know, I'm studying medicine in the UK, and the way our courses are run mean that we have a couple of years that are mostly lecture-based, and then we start clinical placements, which is where we start going into hospitals or into GP practices and shadowing the doctors and learning what they do and learning how to doctor, basically. And since I've always learned better by doing things practically rather than sitting and staring at books, this has been what the whole of the last 2 years of my course have been building up to, and finally getting to start it has been a really big and exciting thing for me.
So I'm talking really quietly because I'm in the staff room, but
I'm on my first day of clinical placement at a GP and this is really freaking cool. I'm really enjoying it. This is really exciting. Apart from the fact that I had to leave at like 7:30 to get here for 9 o'clock. That wasn't so fun, but I'm really enjoying this. It's so good. I'm so good.
So I'm in bed, obviously, and I've just finished my first proper week of placement. It's Thursday night, so I've still got lectures and whatnot to go to tomorrow, but I've done a week of placement, which is really cool, I guess. Staff and everything at the GP practice that I'm at are absolutely lovely, and they've all been really, really helpful and willing to teach me things. Oh, it's just really nice to finally feel like a medical student, I guess, like actually going and shadowing doctors properly and talking to patients and all this. It's just, it's nice. So yeah, and then I've got my S-Bomb, which is Scientific Basis of Medicine, first session of that tomorrow. I've got an SSU, which is a student selected unit, again, which is going to be fine. And then I'm going for a carvery with my friend Lizzie, and then I'm getting a train to London for the weekend. So that's all going to be very fun. But now I'm ready for sleep, so bye.
The carvery was very nice, and then I went on my impromptu "you're free, therefore I'm coming to visit you" trip to London.
So you may wonder what Gabbi and Susie get up to when Gabbi goes all the way up to London to see Susie, because she's a good friend and wants to spend time with her bestie. We sit in Starbucks and Susie shops on Tesco on my laptop because she's a little shit and apparently is really disorganised. We know how to live. We've escaped Starbucks and now we've gone to the Science Museum.
Science Museum. Science Museum.
Look.
Nerds.
Science. We're queuing up to the IMAX because there's a show or film?
Cinema things, like, I don't know.
There's a thing in the IMAX for
Amazingness stuff, under the sea.
the hidden universe, or the beautiful planet, and it all sounds like incredible and mind-blowing.
How dare you? I did not cheat. I just did the goods. How dare?
It's fast. Personally, I think it's a bit over the top. I mean, the gold's not a good look.
But it's like monochrome and gold. Isn't that like your favourite person's aesthetic?
No. They've mixed metals. I don't like that.
Wow. Very interest. Such science.
That meme is like 4 years old.
I don't give a shit. We went to the Science Museum and had a fun time, and now we're walking in the underground place, and it's long and annoying. I want to go to La Divina, and I want food. I want to go and get my yummy gnocchi that I always get that's like gooey and... No, because it's my favourite. It's like the best thing.
Oh, it's a video.
Yeah. What we're doing. You okay? You okay?
I did get my gnocchi in the end, and I also made Susie film this shot where we filled up our lemonade glasses in sync. Because I'm just a great friend, really just a great person to have in your life.
My favourite bit of Susie's room, the trash corner, where I painted me and her wearing Dan and Phil merch, and I also made her this, using the photo booth poster, but I made it into a photo strip, and now it looks cool. Also,
Don't shame me.
also this that I got her for her birthday last year, which is full of Daniel. You love me.
I'm just like the best friend. Generally speaking, I am the best friend to have. There is no
By the
mess
way,
here.
If you ever become a famous blogger and he or anybody who knows him sees that, I will kill you.
I have to
Maybe come
leave.
all the way downstairs.
I have
I'm
to
on
leave.
the top floor. And darkness.
Yay.
Are we going to hug? Well, hug me then, you.
Keep waving, otherwise I look like you don't like me. Oh. Alright, bye-bye. her and her boyfriend. His band is called Wet Laces, by the way. I'm sure I did end up including some of the footage, so if you want to go and check them out, I will leave a link down there somewhere to their things. But really, really lovely weekend, and now I have to get the train home, and I'm going to get in at about 1 o'clock, and then I have to go to bed instantly, and then I have to be up at like 6 so I can have a shower before going back to placement all day. I'm not okay. Right, it is nearly 1:15 in the morning. I have only just managed to get home from London. Before I go to bed, most important thing first. There we go. That's better. Hi. Right, bedtime. So fast forward another week of placement and suddenly I'm going home to Exeter again for my friend's birthday. So it was a fairly standard birthday plan. We went for food, we had fun, we had cocktails. In fact, we went to this really cool Victorian themed cocktail bar, which was really, really lovely, but they had a lot of fancy looking cocktails and I didn't know what to order. So I went for one called a popcorn treacle, which I thought sounded really nice, and to be fair, it did come with a little thing of popcorn on the side. However, the cocktail itself was about 80% rum, so let's just say that that went straight to my head.
We've had cocktails and mine was quite strong. I'm having a giggle. We've been abandoned. Because we've been abandoned. That's a Gemma.
Ah,
and that's a James, but his
you
face...
won't remember me because Gabby never puts me in any of her videos.
No, you were in Bill's at the beginning of the month, and this is all going to be in the same video.
Make sure you pixelate my face. Pimping's illegal in this country.
I had a popcorn... Was it a popcorn cocktail?
Yeah.
It was really yummy, but
With
also very with lots of alcohol.
And believe it or not, I actually went and had more cocktails after that and forgot to film any more of the evening, so that's probably for the best. I'm a responsible adult, I promise. So yeah, that was January, and I think it's safe to say that it was a fairly mixed bag. I was really low at times, I had a lot of stressful stuff going on, but I also had my friends there, and I really don't think I would have coped as well with this month if it hadn't been for my friends. Now, I've never been the sort of person to have dozens of people around them that they would consider close friends, but the few people that I would call my best friends mean the absolute world to me. My friends from home that you've seen a couple of times this month, I've known for between 7 and 21 years, and although we've all slowly moved away from home or done different things with our lives and we're not spending all day every day at school together anymore, I still think we're just as close, if not closer, than we were in those days, and I consider myself so lucky to have a group of friends that I can say that. My friend Susie, who I went to visit in London, although I would admit she's a new friend, like I met her at the final Tatanoff show in 2015, and in that time she has become one of the most important people in my life, and quite frankly it terrifies me that if I hadn't have got tickets to see that show I would never have met her, probably, although maybe the universe would have auto-corrected itself and got us together somehow, I have no idea, but we may never have met. And given how much she means to me now, that thought is really sad, to be perfectly honest. And then there are my friends that are doing the same course as me at uni, and they understand how stressful this all is, and even though they're usually going through exactly the same thing at the same time, they take the time to check that I'm okay, because they know I don't cope well with stress. Prime example, in the couple of hours before my deadline, I stopped texting people back because I was frantically trying to get this project finished. And come 10 o'clock when the deadline was, one of my friends almost jumped in her car to come and find me because they hadn't heard from me. I'm just so fucking lucky to have those people in my life, and you all know who you are if you end up watching through this ridiculously long video, but thank you. TLDW, my friends mean a lot to me, and they're great people, and I'm lucky to have them in my life. So yeah, before my camera dies, I'm going to leave that there. If you'd like to see my last video, which was a recap of 100 things I did in 2016, you can click up there, or you can click here to subscribe to my channel to see what I get up to in February and beyond. Went a bit over the top there. Click away. Bye!